Hi Libra. Press like, subscribe, notification bell. In my creation, I say what I want. Doesn't always resonate, but for the most part, I guess it would. Because people watch movies. We might come from the same background. We might have come from the similar settings. All right, but I like to tell good stories. If you like a good story, press like, subscribe, notification bell. With the notification bell, you can get my lives. I do TikTok readings on Lisi the High Priestess. If you're bilingual, Lisi the High Priestess 2 on YouTube and TikTok. You can find me on Lisi.highpriestess86 on IG. And then I have Lisi's World where I showcase my other talents. The song that's on is I'd Rather Be Your Nigga. So what's up with that, Libra? Also, Gemini Gang Gang, and it's almost Tupac's birthday. Give me a second. Oh my Lord, back hurts. Lord. I was gonna change it to something more comfortable. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in the clothes that I'm wearing. I feel sorry for whoever saw me without eyelashes today. I could probably take off my eyelashes and just be fine. How would you guys feel if I took these lashes off right now? Just watch. One of these days, I'm going to come out here without my lashes. See if you still love me then. I want to be ugly in peace. Sometimes it's a damn shame that I have to dress down just so someone won't feel insecure about me. What you know about that, Libra? Insecurities. Okay. Anyways, we all got them. I'm insecure about certain things, but I've learned to embrace them. Small booties lives matter. And I'm not making a joke out of Black lives, because Black lives do matter. And you know what? People in Florida are finding out. Okay. Hey, there's an Aries in your energy. All right. So I once went into the FBI website, because I get curious about everything. I don't know. The curious mind of Libra. Because I'm channeling you, so memories of experiences that might be relatable to you. Yesterday I was doing Virgo's reading. They're asking why I ain't done Libra's reading. I do a lot of Virgos because a lot of Libras that I know, they carry Virgo placements. But and oh, I know I know a lot of Libras. I know quite a bit of Libras. I decided to Oh, never mind. That's giving too much game. I can't give all game out. Okay, because then people commit crimes with the information I give out, and that's not cool. I do not assist. Okay, not assisting. There's an Aries. I went into the FBI files and I did a thing where I was like, according to the area, to each zodiac signs, what do their demons are known to be? And Aries, they're known to hire to commit crimes. They're ruled by Mars, so if you're looking for a fight, Aries is the right one. Okay, majority arsons because they're fire, handles the money, so let's assume a lot of money laundering. Okay. Also, Aries, I am getting the energy of a boxer. This gives me a lot of the energy of what happened. What's that TV channel? Zeus. Okay, I'm gonna throw allegedly on there. Y'all see all of that? I usually don't comment on things, but I've been commenting about that. I disagree on some of the ways how they're making the culture look like. I mean, but it is real though. We come from the hood. When majority of people come from the hood, that is really what does happen in the hood. And we catch it on camera and people are like, this is disgusting, but it's real. It does happen, So keeping it real, if crimes weren't committed, there wouldn't be any officials. They wouldn't have any jobs. 8A, financial abundance, malverde. Manipulation, distraction, and misdirection. Okay. Because 8A is a financial abundance. I told you this money laundering. Malverde is known for those that know, If you don't know who Malverde is, you probably shouldn't, this is about talking about some real shit that happens in life. Real shit. Not everybody's gonna know who that is, but those that know. Okay? They know who Malverde is and what it's used for: manipulation, distraction, and misdirection. Speaking of Malverde, he is the Mexican Robin Hood. Leave that at that. So I'm assuming there's an Aries, there's a boss right here. He's a Malverde. He gets money. It's like he robs from the rich to give to the poor, because he's literally known as the Mexican Robin Hood. Mexican. All right. So I guess we're going to talk about the history of Malverde and the symbolism on that. You do know that's one of the first things that the alphabet boys look for. See, nowadays we get people that get way too cocky. You're committing crimes, and then you're bold out showing your saints. Those saints are heavenly known. There's studies on it. But there's maybe an Aries or a boss, because that's the Emperor card, who robs from the rich to give to the poor. The Hierophant. Oh, I tell you, this is the Mexican Robin Hood. We're not speaking of Malverde, we're speaking about someone that commits crimes to help the poor. I'm not talking about them. The Lover's card. This reminds me of Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And what's the other one? Where all the magicians, and they rob a certain organization that was known for robbing for innocent people. They did all these magic tricks in public and robbed the whole bank and got away with it. Okay, the plot thickens, and it all came down to, I think, someone being falsely accused or something. And so, yeah, the Malverde. Oh, I have a bump on my hair. I just need a little clippy on there. Having a bad hair day today. I didn't even bother. Sometimes I just be coming out looking like Chewbacca. Fuck it. My verde looks like Chewbacca, okay? Chewbacca! Look, Chewbacca! Okay, so yeah, someone like they money launder, or they're like the good guy in the cartel or something like that, or the good guy in the underworld. You come across some ruthless thugs, and then you come across some fair thugs. In Mexico, where these lands are being owned by different cartels, people talk about which ones are good ones and which ones are bad ones. There's some that just kill everybody in the city. I'm talking about, there's holes, dude. Man, you got to check out Vice TV. Shout out to Vice TV. All Profit, Wrong Too Strong. You got to check out some real shit, man. And I'm going to redirect people who aren't in the game. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had no choice. This is a way of life. You may have been born into a family. You know what I'm saying? And this is all you know. That's all you've ever done. You don't know a different lifestyle. I would highly recommend to watch those kind of people. It would teach you about the real truth that's going on in the world and what you're doing when you're doing it. Sometimes it's almost like Teresita Mendoza versus what's her face? What is her fucking name? Teresita Mendoza versus Camila Vargas. It's like they say that her story is based on, I believe her name is Graciela. Let me look it up. I know. Hate and Pusha T, Beyonce. Fine. Like Claudia Ochoa versus and rest in peace to Claudia Ochoa. I'm speaking on real names now. So this could be a Bichota. You know what a Bichota is, Libra? A Bichota is a woman who's a female narco. And I'm not talking about narcissist. I'm talking about your favorite drug dealer. Stars. Widely known from Latin America down to the States. What their profession is. Hate. Jenny Rivera, these famous names. Bichotas, though, I would highly recommend to watch those people on YouTube so you could educate yourself on how outside the world is looking in on the things that I'm sure if there is anyone that lives that kind of lifestyle will understand. If you haven't seen yourself through somebody else's eyes, you should. And not take offense to it, but understand this life is real. Now, it was Claudia Ochoa Felix on the movies Narcos, where she sat and told her brother, like, everything they're saying is not a lie. We are criminals and we are thugs. Star again. Nicki Minaj. Capricorn. And Claudia Ochoa was a Capricorn. But who would have thought that one day she would become famous? Because she passed away in 2019, I believe. Rest in peace. Claudia Ochoa passed away of a drug overdose, so they say. They found her in a hotel. This is around the same time I started to watch my favorite high priestess. And I was watching Wrong Too Strong. And I was watching All Profit. And this is why I highly recommend it. If you're living this kind of lifestyle, I recommend you watch them. It will open a whole new world to you. Whole new world. On the way that you see the things from different perspectives, different eyes, because it does make the news. Whether you're making a lot of money from it or not, you got to understand that at the same time you're killing your own people instead of uplifting them. You have to be accountable for the things that you put out in the world. I know that can be salt to a wound. You know what I'm saying? That's all you know. And why was I raised on this? But everybody has the ability to have free will and change. Because if you don't, people wake up on the floor. And that's with all due respect, without having to offend anyone. And I will say all of this is allegedly, but it is true and it's a fact. Okay. Low chances, a user and abuser, negative energies, and vampires. And that is some real vampires. I was just thinking today when I was downtown and I was seeing a bunch of homeless people. And they were in groups and stuff, and they were sharing their needles and everything. There's a certain place where I live that downtown, like if you go to a certain bakery, you see people like there's anybody that knows that lives in my community that sees it. There's this woman with the big old pagan right here, the pagan coin, and she runs around like a witch, dude. Her hair all crazy and talking in tongues. And there's been times that I've been downtown driving through there and I'm just like praying for her. But that's what happens when you become a witch and you don't even know it. when you become a dark magician, and I mean, you don't see it that way because it's a spell. It's a big fucking spell. Most people in this kind of game, they use the high priestesses to know every single move from their enemies down to, the law. Now, what if I told you the law has their own psychics? Yeah. The Princess of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Being ready, because this is a Bichota. I swear to you, this is a Bichota. This is, you guys watch Euphoria? Fizz's grandma? Fizz's grandma found out about something that happened to Fizz, and she showed up at a strip club to this man and shot him in the leg and then walked out. And she taught the whole game to these two little boys. By the time they were 10 years, well, one of them, by the time he was 10 years old, he was a certified crime drug lord. That's all you know how this is a woman. See, there's a woman teaching the children how to get money. It looks like a pharmacy, an undercover pharmacy, teaching recipes. This is a league of women. This is a league of women. These are pichotas. And they use tarot, they use witchcraft, they use bondage, they have to when you're living in a life of crime. Now, I constantly say this is will not resonate with everyone. I like it like that because not everyone should be resonating with some of the deep stuff that I talk about. YouTube is probably the darkest place that I do my readings at. If I move on to TikTok, tends to be very happy. And then my other sites, IG is very star-like to me, and TikTok is very like your personal thoughts, and this is like YouTube for me is more the criminal masterminds, moving, being witty, having to be witty. Also, there could be a man here that owns, I hate to say this, but I see a good pimp. He has a league of women right here that do his biddings. Okay, like I said, a Mexican Robin Hood. He might own a bunch of prostitutes or something like that. And speaking on which, that is something very real. Or there's a man here that owns. I don't see the high priestess, but he makes money with bichotas. He prefers this man right here. Would rather do business with women. Now, I might be teaching you guys, look, and then it went upside down. Yo, these are like killer assassins. Women, women who are, yo, I'm telling about, there's a man here that owns a bunch of women, they're female assassins. The Princess of Wands, the Ten of Swords. They poison men. They poison their enemies. Man, I'm getting into some deep shit right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He uses prostitutes or women and to seduce the enemy and then poison them in their food or while they're having sex or something like that. Four of Swords in their sleep or to this reminds me a lot of Teresita Mendoza and Camila Vargas. When Teresita Mendoza was told to go to a party and figure out a bunch of things about her enemies, to find out the weakness of his enemies. Okay, or this is a female pichota that only she runs her organization only with women. Okay, she trusts women more than men. She has raised women to become assassins, raised them to become like criminal minded. The life of a female living a criminal life. You could be watching this through Netflix, the Sun Card, and the Wheel of Fortune. You could be watching the Queen of the South, and or you could be watching Narcos Mexico. If you don't know much about like the culture as far as the Mexican culture, you're learning something new now. And this is very real. It's almost like if you go before you go to Haiti, you should do your homework. And this is no disrespect to Haiti, but Haiti is known for the biggest scammers in the world. Also, female tourists going over there and laying up with the Haitian men. That's prostitution. But it's true and it's real. Dominican Republic is known for organ. There was a big thing about a lot of people dying in Dominican Republic around 2019. All right. Also, 2019 was the year of I think the year of the enemy or something. Making money with the enemy. We were making money with the enemy in 2019. There's great consequences if anybody at that time was making money to cause chaos. Great consequences for that. Just thought I'd put that out there. Heard it. Could be a lie, cannot be a lie, but I think I'm trying to educate someone on the culture, as you should. You should know about the culture. They do a lot of graveyard diggings and fear. They do sacrifice. In the days of when cocaine started to become a major narco trafficking issue, there was a lot of women in Juarez going missing. Serial killers will run in packs and go across the border and kidnap women, torture them, and do as their will. There was more than one. And as we speak, I believe there's a lot of women speaking about women's right in Mexico behind the the way they're being kidnapped, held hostage, trafficked, and like if they're disposable. Mexican women should be loved and cherished. And I see a woman here who is going to rise up and be a leader of. She's going to be the voice of the unspoken of all the victims. And she is going to lead a whole revolution in Mexico. And I'm seeing this through my eyes. I might just be channeling something in the near future. Maybe I'm making this all up, but I see it. I see a revolution of women in Mexico taking over the rights. There will be no more missing women. There will be no more taking our children. There will be no more of this. There is a woman here, whether I believe that she started out being part of the cartel. Maybe I'm speaking too deep, but she started as part of the cartel. She started a part of the mafia, la familia, gente respetada, gente de respeto. Whoever, she is on the rise right now. I want to say she's about 18, 19 years old. By the time she's 23 years old, she will master, and she is at this time raising a bunch of little women who will become the future female assassins to men who torture, kidnap, and do things to little children. So, because I was telling you, that's the Mexican Robin Hood. So you can't do this with the law, because although the law, ain't always justifiable and ain't always doing what they're supposed to be doing, this is vigilantes. And it's very true in Latin America as we speak. Vigilantes are a real thing. There's certain parts of Mexico that narcos are not allowed to go in there, and neither is the Mexican government. Facts. And this does affect our neighbors. Spirit spirits have had enough of missing women, missing children, taking them bound and making them into mules. As we speak, there is a woman rising up. I see her in a small town. She got to witness something very horrific. From that horrific experience, she was able to escape. And she escaped to a witch's house. And this witch taught her everything. And she's going to come into power here soon in the next 5 years. Her name, people, it will put fear on people's ears. Anyone that's kidnapping women, raping women, children, she will have the ears to know when it's going to happen. She's going to put a big stop to it. And I'm going to leave it right there.